Apart from 2 brief rests from operational flying, Group Captain Bobby Oxspring, DFC and 2 bars, was one of that select band of fighter pilots who flew throughout the Second World War, and in his excellent book, he writes of the splendid characters he knew in the fighter squadrons. The author relates that during the Battle of Britain, the Germans had several advantages. They had a superiority of nearly 3-to-1 in aeroplanes, and their Messerschmitt 109E was as good as our Spitfire 1. As the aggressors, they held the initiative, and they could launch attacks from their airfields stretching from Norway to Brittany, which meant that Fighter Command had to separate its thin cover to defend many possible targets. Their fighter pilots, having fought in the Spanish Civil War and in the Blitzkrieg campaigns, had more combat experience than the pilots of Fighter Command. With all these advantages, why did not the Germans win? Basically, it was because we had radar and the essential warning it provided, excellent commanders, and a short chain of command from Dowding to the group commanders, to the station and squadron commanders, and to the fighter pilots of whom the author writes. What sort of men were they? Some of them were straight from school and were very young. Others, like Douglas Bader and Sailor Milan from South Africa, were nearly 30, and some of the superb Poles and Czechs were older still. There were weekend pilots from the Royal Air Force Volunteer Reserve, and there were the well-publicized, long-haired auxiliary squadrons, who were generally up to the standards of their regular comrades. They were quick, responsive, proud, highly strung, young in years, 25 was maturity and 30 was old age, and brought to near perfection a form of warfare invented, as the author relates, by their fathers. Probably the secret of their success was that they were ordinary men who, when the call came, rose to extraordinary heights. In the words of the poem, the average Battle of Britain pilot was a common, unconsidered man who, for a moment of eternity, held the whole future of mankind in his 2 sweating palms and did not let it fall.